Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now in today's pre-market video we'll cover the FinNifty futures. Now since it's monthly expiry, we'll take a look at what option buyers and option sellers can do. And in fact this will be the last time we'll be covering FinNifty for a full month, as in December there are no more weekly expiries for FinNifty. So that will be a huge hit to the expiry trading market. Now before we look at the FinNifty, let's take a quick look at the news which will be affecting the market. Now, one thing I've been seeing a lot on social media, people are wondering why a commodity like gold, for example, is having a drop. As I think last night and it's a 1-2 days, it has ended up dropping 3 to 4%. Now that is primarily due to the rumor coming out. Number one, Israel and Lebanon are having ceasefire talks, and they seem to be near the end of the ceasefire talks. And if this is true, then it will ease safe haven demand, and this will also cause investors to pivot to risky assets, which will make commodities like gold, silver and everything to fall. Another thing which has, I believe, restored confidence is Trump's win. It is now starting to have a bit more of an effect on the markets. Yes, it has. Trump's win happened a while back, but now as more and more appointments of his are coming out, who will be appointing to what positions, that's bringing a bit of confidence into the American market, and that naturally affects all of us. So I believe that is the reason that we're seeing a positivity across the global markets. And in fact, the Indian market on Friday did very well. Then on Monday, it also did extremely well. So in fact, on Monday, the BANKNIFTY gapped up and went slightly up, and it stayed 1,000 points plus until closing, which is rarely seen. I think you can count on the hand the number of times that has happened. It has gone more than 1,000 points up and it has stayed at that point. And also that has happened primarily through a gap up of that size, of that magnitude. So it just shows that that positivity is starting to come back. But we'll have to see whether the indexes first get out of the problem they're in right now. This is they're in a rut, and I'll explain more later for the FinNifty going ahead. And the positivity has to take them out of the rut, otherwise the positivity will be short-lived. Now coming to the FinNifty for today, I will look at it first without the levels and then with the levels. Now, this is the thing which I'm saying, it's in a rut. If we look at the FinNifty, this is taking quite a big snapshot of it. And we can see that even before I had gone on a holiday and stopped YouTube videos for 2 weeks, this is showing pre that, and we can see that it has not really been able to move. It has been for quite some time just hovering about here. Now the positivity, yes, Friday was a positive trading session, Monday was a big positive trading session for markets, but now we'll have to see if this positivity is able to take us out of this zone finally. That is what is needed right now, essentially, I would say. So now to explain that in a better way, let's take a look at the levels and what I expect it to do today, and probably even naturally the analysis will apply for the next 2 to 3 days. Now, FinNifty has two important resistance levels on the quant side and one simple important resistance level. On the simple side is the high of yesterday, high of Monday's trading session. That is important. And then there is an important resistance at 24,160 to 24,300, then between 24,440 and 24,560. Now on the upside, FinNifty, if it breaks the high of yesterday, then we can expect a move to 24,160 to 24,300. Now this is a 140 point range. Now in terms of points, people say it's 140 points, that's good, but this is a 24,000 rupee index, so 140 points is nothing in it. Technically it's not much, so that is why the whole range is going to apply. And usually most of the time when I give the levels, they're, let's say, scattered. Let's say 150 points, 200 points apart, but this time it's going to be, FinNifty is going to move in ranges up. And I see a similar pattern happening in the other indexes too. But today, since we're covering the FinNifty, we're only going to look at the FinNifty. So as I said, if we break the high of yesterday, then we have first the rise to 24,160, to 24,300, If we break that, then 2440 to 24,560. On the other hand, if we break 23,960, then a quick fall to 23,850, which is a very important support. If that breaks, then 23,700 is an okay support, but 23,620 is a very important support here, and between 23,620 and 23,560. Now, those are the levels. How will I trade these levels? Now, according to me, the high of yesterday, 223,850, this is a small box range. With this zone, you will get up and down moves which are jagged, which are not going to be clean, and which are going to sort of, they will drain option buyers of their money and they will help option sellers. However, if you break above the high or below 23,850, that is when we'll get a clean move either on the upside or the downside. Now, due to the positivity shown in the past 2 days, Friday and Monday, the likelihood of an upside move is naturally seeming to be higher. But one thing we have to understand, I don't think we'll continue having a clean move today like how we saw yesterday, because in the FinNifty, because we're heading into strong resistance zone. Okay, this is a cons resistance zone, but also it was a candle resistance zone here. It was a candle resistance zone here. Then this was a candle resistance zone here. Another candle resistance zone there. So we're entering into a lot of resistance. So as we try to push through, there naturally will be a bit of pushback on the thing, and that will make the moves less cleaner, which for the intraday option buyers who are quick in and out will be better. But for the option sellers, it will give them a bit more acidity, as it will fluctuate the MTM a bit more. So that's what I expect this thing. The option buyers who are slow will get crucified, I think. But let's see how the market opens. So my option buying plan, I've shared it with the levels and that. Now what's my option selling trading plan for today? Now my option selling trading plan, now I have not decided whether I'm going to be playing aggressive or cautious on the option selling for intraday, because I want the market to open first. So I'm going to share both. Now if I'm going to play it aggressive on the option selling front, then I will sell puts below 23,960 and calls above 24,300. On the other hand, if I'm going to play cautious, then I'm going to sell puts below 23,850 and calls above 24,440. Now, will I enter calls and puts at the same time or different? Now, that is primarily based on the open. If I see we are opening while breaking this, then I will end up selling calls and puts together. I'll sell both. Let's say if I want to deploy 100 rupees across the day, I'll deploy 100 rupees in, let's say, 10, 10, 10, 10, while selling calls and puts equally throughout the day and keeping a profit stop like I have done in the past, and I've explained many times in the past. However, if I see we're opening roughly at this point, then I will actually sell puts first and sell calls later, because this is a strong support and it will try to push the market up. So, and on the other hand, if you open here, I will sell calls first and then sell puts later on in the day, vice versa. So the trading plan for today is not as clear as it usually is, that I will sell this way. I'm going to have to adjust it to how I've explained the levels are going to move and how the open is. The open is going to really decide, because as I said, we are opening roughly at a resistance range, and we are going to be trying to go through a resistance that has stopped the index from rising for 2 to 3 weeks easily. So that is not going to be a walkthrough, and many will be assuming that they're going to be able to just go long, like let's say Friday or Monday. Okay, the FinNifty gave a good move intraday, I can see. I didn't trade the FinNifty, I traded the BANKNIFTY and Nifty, and most of the move was stolen by the gap up. So those ones who are expecting that just cleanness, I believe they'll get whacked in today's trading session. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And any questions you may have, drop them in the comment section below. Any suggestions you may have, drop them in the comment section below too. Thank you.